my fellow fighters, and the people of the world. So I've went deep into the conspiracy of the people who are saying that the EFF and Julius Malema was made by President Jacob Zuma. Without President Jacob Zuma, there wouldn't be EFF, there wouldn't be Julius Malema. And to tell you guys what I went and did, I found out that it's true. Without President Jacob Zuma expelling Julius Malema, there wouldn't be the EFF, at least the way it is today. There wouldn't be economic freedom fighters. There wouldn't be Julius Malema the way we know him to be. He wouldn't be there because he only became Julius Malema of the Red Beret when he was expelled from the ANC by the leadership of President Jacob Zuma. So all those people are right. But I want you guys to read something with me. Before the hashtag Zuma Must Fall campaign, the EFF already had a hostile relationship with Jacob Zuma. From its formation in 2013, the party positioned itself as a strong opponent of Zuma's leadership, accusing him of corruption and mismanagement. The EFF was born out of frustration with the ANC under Zuma's rule, and its leadership openly criticized him as a threat to democracy and economic transformation. Their entry into parliament in 2014 intensified this opposition as they confronted Zuma directly on issues such as Nkandla scandal. So it's true. The EFF didn't start attacking President Jacob Zuma on the Zuma Must Fall campaign. They started attacking him within the ANC, and then they got expelled because they were challenging his leadership. And then when the EFF started, they went straight into challenging him. They contested elections in 2014, and then they contested in 2014, and then they got a bit of numbers. They went to parliament, and then they faced him face to face. And some of the clips are famous online. Those famous clips of the EFF challenging Zuma are the clips that made the EFF to be what it is. So Zuma's name was critical in building the EFF. He was the marketing benchmark of the EFF building themselves. And he couldn't see it. He thought these young men, but these young men were strategic and they knew marketing, and they used his corruption, allegedly. They used his mismanagement, they used just the way he was as a president, whether good or bad. They used that to the advantage of building the EFF. But in most cases, they were right when they were exposing certain things about President Jacob Zuma. In parliament, Floyd Shivambu himself was one of the most vocal people. Listen to this.
I repeat that all dictators, after they steal government money and then enrich their families, and they fight against their opponents, their last option is to kill their opponents. As a matter of fact, that is where it is going. What kind of a president charges their own ministers through wrong procedures? Because that is where it's going.
Member.
Jacob Zuma is going to kill you.
Honorable Member.
All of you who are thinking that you are on his side now, you are going to vote for him today, but in the future he's going to kill all of you.
They were saying that in challenging President Jacob Zuma. There's many more of the clips that built the EFF online to be big. They were trending. Parliament became a show. People started becoming so interested in parliament because of the EFF challenging Zuma. Zuma must fall and all of this. So it's not just Floyd. Even the CIC himself was so vocal in challenging President Jacob Zuma in parliament when they were still building this thing. They built it on the name of President Jacob Zuma. That's a fact. Listen to the CIC here.
Honorable Speaker, I don't know whether members want to play politics. Firstly, people every day say something about President Zuma in this country. Should I stand every day, tag everybody to court? You say a lot of things about me. Should I do so? If I were
you
to
can
do
take
so,
me to court. You can, no,
he's answering
this is
you,
not your house.
Honorable Malema. Point
This is not your
Honorable
house.
Malema,
This is
it's not your turn. Honorable Malema. Point of order. Honorable
Everyone
Malema.
speaks here. This is our house.
No,
Yes,
Honorable Malema,
you
have
can
asked
take
your
action
question.
against me. You can take action against me.
I don't take actions against people like yourself, generally. I don't do it.
Back and forth between the CIC and President Jacob Zuma. They are not playing. And in the lens of the marketers, the marketing strategy, that was the best move ever. That was the best move ever. Because President Jacob Zuma was the president of the country, was also a big, well-known person in the country. Imagine going against the president and you're very loud, obnoxious, and you're not playing. Oh, but they got it. They built the EFF. Now the EFF is so big. It's known for challenging leadership. It's known for demanding accountability. That was started on Zuma. They did it with Zuma. So I want us to also look at something. There's many people who don't understand when the Zuma Must Fall campaign started. The Zuma Must Fall campaign didn't start when the EFF was formed. The EFF was formed in 2013. So this information I researched for you guys, I found out that the Zuma Must Fall campaign began in December 2015 after President Jacob Zuma fired Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene, which triggered economic panic and public outrage. The EFF played a key and consistent role in pushing for Zuma's removal. From parliament to public protest, the EFF loudly challenged Zuma's leadership, calling out corruption, state capture, and misuse of public funds, especially around the Nkandla scandal. Excuse me. So as you can see, in 2017, the Zuma Must Fall, the fight against President Jacob Zuma was intensified by the Red Beret. And when it got intensified and they ended up winning by forcing President Jacob Zuma to step down as the president, like the CIC would say. Do you know what the CIC says about that moment? Look, guys, I want you to listen to how the CIC characterized all that moment according to him. Listen to this.
I can't be threatened by Zuma. No, I defeated Zuma. Zuma thought he buried me, expelled me from the ANC for comparing him with Thabo Mbeki, for saying there is a regime change which happened in Botswana now. I was guilty for that. I was expelled from the ANC by Zuma, and Ramaphosa was used as an instrument. So Zuma, my encounter with Zuma is not for the first time that it is the way it is now. He's inviting me back to fight with him, and I will do it, and I will do it with ease. I'm not scared of Zuma or all of his people who are working with him.
That's the CIC telling you, we defeated President Jacob Zuma long time ago. So now him coming with the MK party, it's nothing. They dealt with him. So okay, let's move past that so we can finish this beautiful conversation. I know you are enjoying it, but it can't last that long. It's like a 2 minutes noodles. If you know, you know. So okay, I want you to read this with me so we can conclude. The EFF regularly disrupted Zuma's parliamentary appearance, demanding accountability and refusing to let him speak without addressing corruption. They also participated in nationwide protests under the Zuma Must Fall banner and used their platform in the media and legislature to keep pressure on both Zuma and the ANC. So yeah, that's how the EFF was built. If you know the EFF, for challenging leadership, for being brave, for not being cowards, for always speaking the truth, for always being honest, confronting corruption. They started implementing that strategy on President Jacob Zuma. So the EFF, yeah, you are right, guys. It was built on the name of President Jacob Zuma, and President Jacob Zuma built the EFF and Julius Malema. You are right. He should go and claim his he should claim royalties because EFF yak. So my young boys. But it is what it is, guys. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.